is Wanas Ashraf, and you guys can call me Wat. So, today in our presentation, we will be presenting case study 5, which is COVID-19 versus our immune system, and who will win this battle. So, in today's presentation, we will be explore on the COVID-19 virus, which is SARS-CoV-2 versus our human immunity response to this. And we can see in this end of the video who will actually win this fight. Alright, in our body system, we have two major first line of defense. First is innate immunity, and second is adaptive immunity. For the first innate immunity, the speed to attack the pathogen is very fast. It can go from hours to even a minute. But it don't have any specificity, so any kind of pathogen, it will just attack. It don't have any memory. So let's say the next time the same pathogen comes, it will react at the same speed. Next is adaptive immunity. The speed is very slow for the first time, but it have a memory. So when it already identify the pathogen, let's say it already know the pathogen SARS-CoV-2, the next time the same pathogen comes, it will react even faster. So that's why it have a specificity. Next, you can see from the picture, for the left side, you can see the example that cell that involved in any immunity, which is macrophage and also basophil. In adaptive immunity, we have such like B cell or T cell. Next, I will pass to Afiq to explain more details about first line of defense.
Thank you for the explanation. Next, I will be explaining about innate immunity. Hello everyone, my name is Mama Firman. So, what is innate immunity? Innate immunity is the first body lines of defense that is present from birth, which responds immediately to pathogens such as virus, bacteria, or fungi. The main components of the innate immunity are barriers, cells, and proteins. For the physical barriers, it includes the skins, mucus, and cilia, which prevent for pathogen from entering. Chemical barriers, including stomach acid, lysozyme, in tears and saliva, and the normal microbiota, which help inhibit microbial growth. The goal for this first defense is to stop pathogens before they entering the body. Unlike adaptive immunity, innate immunity does not form long-term memory. Alright, next for the second line of defense and bridge to adaptive immunity. If pathogens bypass the first line of defense, the second line of defense is activated. Phagocytes, including neutrophils and macrophages, destroy invading microbes and signal for further immune activity. Inflammation and fever assist by recruiting immune cells to the infection site and inhibiting microbial growth. Other non-phagocytic defense including natural killer cells, which target virus-infected or abnormal cells, interference, which alerts neighboring cells, and complement proteins, which tag and eliminate pathogens. Finally, innate immunity serves as a bridge to adaptive immunity. Antigen-presenting cells, such as dendritic cells, capture antigens and present them to T cells in the lymph nodes, initiating the adaptive immunity response.
Alright, thank you Afiq for your information. Now, I'm going to talk about active and passive immunity. Alright, so let's start with active immunity. Active immunity is basically means your body is producing its own antibodies, which is happen in two ways, naturally and artificially. When it comes to naturally, it's like when you get infected by a virus or bacteria, like you got a fever. And artificially, it's like through a vaccine. like which is a vaccine expose your body to a harmless type of the pathogen, and your immune system are going to be like, okay, I know this guy and I know what to do. And it also helps to build long-term protection. The key thing here is your body is doing the work. It recognizes the antigen, it produces antibody, and it forms memory cell. So basically, active immunity is like your immune system trains itself, fights, and remembers. Meanwhile, on the other hand, passive immunity is quite the opposite. This happens naturally, like a mother passing her antibodies to her son or daughter through breast milk or even transferring to the placenta. Passive immunity works completely immediately, which is doesn't require your body to be or to learn anything about the antigen. But the downside is it doesn't last very long. There are no memory cells, so once the borrowed antibodies break down, the protection completely fades. So in simpler words, I can explain that active immunity is meaning that your body fights and remembers, while passive immunity is not your body fights it, but somehow something else is fighting for your body, but for a short period of time. Now I'm going to let the others take it from here. Thank you.
Thank you, Muaz, for your explanation earlier. Now, in this slide, I am explaining how the humoral immune response works. B cell, which mature in the bone marrow, watch for antigens on things like viruses. When a B cell finds a virus with a matching antigen, such as spike protein, it becomes activated. Then, it makes many copies of itself in a process called clonal selection. This helps the body build a strong, targeted defense against that specified virus. For the next slide here, we see what happens after the B cells are activated. They transform into plasma cells, which start producing antibodies. These antibodies can block the virus from entering our cells, or they can mark it so other immune cells can remove it. This is how the body uses antibodies to protect us from infection.
Everyone, so today I'm going to explain how vaccination works and how it can be related with immune active immune systems. When your own body produce its own antibodies to fight off a pathogen, there are two types of active immunity system, which is natural active immunity and artificial active immunity. So for natural active immunity, it happens when you get infected normally. Your body recognizes the pathogen and fights it. And afterwards, you become immune. So for artificial active immunity, it happens through vaccination, where you are given a safe version of pathogens, so your immune system can learn how to fight. So it fights without you getting sick. Vaccines contain weakened, harmless, or killed pieces of pathogen. These pieces cannot cause disease, but your immune system still recognize them as foreign. In response, your body produces antibodies and, importantly, creates memory cells. This means after vaccination, your immune system is now trained and prepared. So for the other slide, I'm going to explain about immunological memory. This leads to second part of my presentation. After a vaccination or an infection, your body keeps special cells called as memory B cells, and memory T cells. Memory B cells remember how to make the correct antibodies quickly, while memory T cells remember how to destroy infected cells efficiently. Because of these memory cells, your immune system has what's called a secondary immune response. This response is much faster, much stronger, and way more effective than the first time your body saw the pathogen. In many cases, your immune system can destroy the pathogen before you even notice symptoms. This faster secondary response is the reason why vaccines can protect us for months, years, or even a lifetime. In conclusion, vaccines work by safely triggering active immunity and producing memory cells. These memory cells allow the body to respond quickly and powerfully when exposed to the real pathogen. This is why vaccination remains one of the most effective ways to prevent infectious disease. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashraf, for your good explanation. Now, I'm going to talk about the conclusion and synthesis. Who win in immune battle? Now, from the data that we know that there are three types of immunity. There is innate, adaptive, and immunological immunity. Memory. Innate immunity is very fast but not precise. The adaptive immunity is very precise but not fast, very slow also. Lastly, immunity is a way that allow us to memorize our body to memorize any pathogen that will kill when enter our body. From all of this, we know that our immunity is stronger and we will win any type of pathogen or virus that come to our body. But we must remember, battle against pathogen is very complex in our body. It also can be affected by other things such as the condition of our surrounding or our age. Now for the reference. This is the reference that I used to find all the information in our presentation. All these reference can be found in Google Scholar and Google. Now, that is all from us. I hope this presentation will bring a lot more information to you so you can find anything that you need in your daily life and understanding all about pathogen and immunity in our body. Thank you. That's all from us.